Hello, fourth graders. Now that you are done sequencing the story, we're going to check and see if you are right. This story is actually a true story about my dad and a trip he took with his family to the Hogle Zoo. Let's get started. Wow, did you see that? The baby elephant just fell in the water, said Brian. It was the Peterson family's annual trip to the Hogle Zoo. As the family of six wandered from exhibit to exhibit, Brian was always just a little behind the group. Each time they were ready to go, his mom would have to yell, "Brian, we're leaving." As they trudged up the hill to the car, Brian noticed the wolf enclosure, but he didn't see a wolf anywhere in sight. His family was only a few steps ahead. Maybe if he stopped for a moment, he could catch a glimpse of the mysterious wolf. He spotted the gray wolf peering through the trees. He turned to tell his brother Scott they had found it, but when he turned around, Scott was nowhere to be found. He turned around the other way. Nope, no family. Brian knew that they were heading to the car, so he continued up the hill. Now, however, he picked up the pace just a little so that he could catch up. Just as he rounded the top of the hill, he saw the dirty brown station wagon pull out of the zoo parking lot. He stood there, shocked. Did his family just leave him? Didn't they notice he wasn't there? Now what do I do? He began to panic a little and tried to hold back the tears. Not knowing what to do, Brian turned around to walk back into the zoo, but the he had just walked through only opened one way. He was stuck. His family was gone, and he couldn't get back into the zoo. Devastated, he sat down on the ground next to the fence and started to cry. Just as he put his head down, he heard someone calling his name. "Brian, what were you thinking wandering away like that? Didn't you see us leaving?" It was his mom getting out of the family station wagon. They had they came back for him. As he clambered into the back seat with his brother and sisters, his mom continued to scold him for wandering off, but Brian didn't care. He was just happy they found him, and he made a silent promise to himself that he would never wander off again. So I hope you can go back and check your work and see how well you did at reorganizing and sequencing the story.